Mwina simmadziwa kuti inu a speaker ndinu prophet. Awa ndi mawu ochokera kwa former speaker of parliament amenewa ndi Mai Catherine Gotani Hara. Ndipo yowa anayankhula zimenezi mu speech yawo ya dzulo ku parliament. Iwowa anayankhula koyamba chikhalireni munthu wamba osati speaker ayayi. Anthu adawachemerera kuti ndi munthu wa nzeru zakuya kwambiri. Ndipo umu ndi mmene anayankhulira. Tikulandireni kulikonse kumene muli pa
Malawi Today.
Malawi lero.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for giving the people of Nzimba North this opportunity. Order. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for giving the people of Nzimba North East an opportunity to contribute on the address by His Excellency Professor Peter Mutharika on the occasion of the official opening of the 52nd session of our Parliament. Right Honorable Speaker, I would not do justice if I don't congratulate you and the two deputies. Right Honorable Speaker, congratulations. And I just also wanted to inform the House and to remind those that were here, the last sitting of Parliament, and those that are just coming in for the first time. Right Honorable Speaker used to sit on seat number 17. And the last sitting of Parliament, he said, I'm just confirming that he's a prophet. Apart from being a speaker, I think he's a prophet. He actually did say that, Madam Speaker, you're going to come back. And I would like to confirm that indeed people of Nzimba North gave me 75% vote, confirming your prophecy, Right Honorable Speaker. And the prophecy went on to say that you are going to come sit somewhere. And I'm sure everybody confirms that you're not just a speaker, but also a man of God and a prophet. Honorable Speaker, as somebody who sat on your chair, I would like to wish you all the best together with your two deputies. Let me also congratulate the President for coming into the House and giving us his address. He has covered quite a number of important issues that are affecting us as a country. The President spoke about the economy, he spoke about energy, he spoke about fertilizer. My first plea to the President is that you can clearly see where he wants to get this nation to. It would be good if he can go back. He should not throw away the water and the baby. There are few other things that we, as a former government, we also did good things that the President should not throw away. And I would encourage the President to pick some of those things that were good practice. Those that were good practice, let him pick and continue. Those that he feels have derailed the economy, let him throw them away. Right Honorable Speaker, my plea as members of Parliament, we are sitting here. The country out there is waiting for solutions from us. The country is slowly losing patience and confidence in us as politicians. If we can't perform, believe you me, we shall have more prophecies coming in future. So we need to make sure we perform as honorable members of Parliament. I just wanted to give you a few statistics about our country. As we are standing, we are using $3.3 billion for importing goods into this country, whilst we are only exporting 970 million worth of goods. That's what we need to seriously be discussing. What should we do to cover that gap? If we can't cover that gap, no matter how many governments we bring, the people will still cry, they'll still feel we are not performing because we've not covered this very important gap. Honorable members, we need to go back in terms of what we need to do. For me, I feel production, and production is what we need. As we stand, honorable members,
honorable members, let's have order.
Right, Honorable Speaker, and that is why in the President's address, I've liked it. He says that he wants to give the farmers in the rural areas more fertilizer. He's reducing the price of the fertilizer. But I also just wanted to add, because I'm going to be a member who's not just going to be opposing, but also giving alternative views. I feel as much as we are giving our people fertilizer subsidy bags, we need to do more than that, because our soils are failing us. We have used that same pieces of land for years. Apart from giving fertilizers, we need to do manure, we need to add gypsum in the soil. Otherwise, if you go back and check our productivity rate, as we're talking, we're only producing 1 ton per hectare, when our neighbors are producing 3 to 4 hectares using the same piece of land. If we can't improve on that, no matter how much fertilizer we give to the farmers, it will not change the yield, and we'll come back and cry that our people are hungry. So we need to change the ways we are doing our farming. And that is why, right, Honorable Speaker, I am happy that we have for the first time a woman as a Minister of Agriculture. Congratulations. And I hope that you're going to help us in terms of increasing productivity. We do have our farm extension workers in the various areas. We do have them in our areas, in the villages, but most of the extension workers are not being productive. As much as the President is putting in all this effort, the support system itself needs to be improved. The vehicle that we are riding as a country needs transformation. The civil service that we have needs transformation. Whilst we want increase in the fertilizer use, there is more to it than just the fertilizer. We are glad that the government is doing and moving towards that, but I think we need more than just fertilizer. We need our extension service workers to actually have better skills of how they can support the farmers in the villages, because we want to produce more than a hectare as we are talking. If we go to tobacco, you find that the farmers themselves are only producing 980 kilograms a hectare, when our colleagues in Zimbabwe are producing 1,000 to 1,500 kilograms per hectare of tobacco. What we need, Honorable Minister, is for us to actually improve in terms of productivity for the tobacco, productivity for the maize, so that we do get more foreign exchange from the exports that we'll get from this. Right, Honorable Speaker, as I said earlier, the vehicle that we're riding in as a country, obviously, we've changed drivers, but if the vehicle itself still has shock absorbers that are not working, no matter how many times we change the leadership, no matter how many times we change the leader, the performance is still going to be an issue. Meaning that our colleagues from government, I'm praying and hoping that you are going to do transformation with the civil service, but it's not just us as politicians, it's the civil service, the vehicle that we're using, that needs transformation as well. We have been told to always think outside the box. And when I was sitting here, I was thinking, let me think outside the box. For example, we've had challenges in the immigration in terms of production of passports. We have problems in terms of production of driving licenses. The production of passports has been a challenge. But I was just thinking, sitting here, why can't we now attach productivity to payment? We have countries out there who will only pay people dependent on the productivity. Now, if we go back to our officers in the immigration and have an agreement to say we shall only pay officers if we are producing 1,000 documents, which are the passports, for example, in a month. If we don't get productivity, we can't pay. If we can't do those tough decisions at the country, believe you me, we'll keep on coming back here crying, meaning that the service is not as good as we get. Because the civil service needs transformation. We have changed politicians, but we have kept the same civil servants. So I feel the civil service needs a serious shake-up, and I believe that the president now is going to do that because he believes in transformation. He wants the country to change. He wants to deliver, and I know that that's what the president is going to do. Transform the civil service. What's this vehicle, I think, is long overdue. It needs to be changed. Right Honorable Speaker, the people of my constituency are very happy with the announcement from the president that he's going to provide 5 billion kwacha for constituency development fund. This is a big game changer, and congratulations to the president for that. As a member of parliament, I do know that money is going to help me do schools. It's going to help me grade the roads. It's going to help me to be productive as a constituency. I'm going to have dams for doing fisheries. I'm going to be able to buy a driller that I'm going to use. I don't have to ask the Minister of Water to drill boreholes for me, because that fund should be able to help me buy a rigger that can be used for drilling water in my constituency. My hope is that that fund, we will be allowed to use it for production as well, because most of the time our resources as a country, 90% are being spent on consumption. We need to make a deliberate policy where a certain percentage of government expenditure is on production, because that's the only way we're going to get out of these problems that we have. I know that the president, in his previous term, he talked about skills development. I hope that that is going to continue, because skills development is one way of us getting all these youth who are lingering around in our constituencies to get trained, and later on we can also export most of these skilled young men, and in that process as a country we'll be able to get the much wanted foreign exchange, because as we're talking, we're getting almost $100 million per year from diaspora members. If we can export the skilled young men that through the skills development training centers and the technical colleges, that will help us to actually get more people that we can export as labor. And people from my constituency in Ekwendeni will also be able to benefit. But also, lastly, in terms of incentives for the farmers that we have in our various constituencies, I'm thinking of people in Chimbongondo, I'm thinking of people in Ekwendeni, Zombwe, Mvuyeni. All along, when we get investors coming from other countries to our country, we do give them incentives, tax incentives, because we want to encourage them to invest and do more work here in Malawi. I was also just thinking outside the box. Why can't we, as a country, also reward and give incentives to our farmers? For example, any farmer who is exporting for example, soya, who is able to grow tobacco for a certain number of kgs, why can't we give them incentive? This is just thinking outside the box. Why can't we say for those farmers that have produced 10 $10,000 worth of tobacco. Why can't we say, for example, we give them 50% duty-free? That will encourage those farmers to grow more crops that will export, and in the end, this will narrow the gap between what we're importing and what we're exporting. This is just me thinking outside the box. Right Honorable Speaker, Speaker, if you look at our budget and our bills, we are spending $600 on importing fuel. We are spending $253 on importing fertilizer.
Order. Honour members.
We are importing pharmaceuticals at $165 every year. It is my wish and plea that we as a country spend most of our resources, our energies, and our policies on production. With these remarks, Right Honourable Speaker, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak on behalf of the people from Mzimba Northeast. Thank you, Right Honourable.
Honorable House, honorable members, let me recognize Leader of the House standing.
Yes.
Leader, go ahead. Order, let's take our seats. Order.
Right Honorable.
Order.
Right Honorable.
There's a Tiolo. I don't want to mention names. Please, let's have order.
Right Honorable